Hidden beneath deserts, jungles, and oceans lie entire civilizations that history nearly erased. Forgotten empires that built cities rivaling Rome, wrote in scripts we still cannot read, and mastered technologies we barely understand. And the most mysterious of them all? We'll reveal it at the very end, a civilization so advanced that some researchers wonder if it even belonged to humanity yet. Welcome to Singularity Animations, where we uncover the strangest secrets of our past, one story at a time. If you love exploring history's forgotten corners, make sure to subscribe and dive deeper with us. 10. The Kingdom of Aksum, Africa's forgotten empire, long before Ethiopia became a Christian kingdom. It was home to the mighty Kingdom of Aksum, 100 CE, 940 CE. This civilization built towering obelisks, some over 70 feet tall, carved from single pieces of granite, without modern tools. British archaeologist Stuart Munro Hay called Aksum the last of the great civilizations of the ancient world to be discovered by modern scholarship. Its capital was a hub of trade between Rome, India, and Byzantium. The kingdom minted its own coins, mastered irrigation, and converted to Christianity in the 4th century, centuries before much of Europe. But around the 10th century, Aksum mysteriously declined. Some say climate change ruined its farmlands. Others blame the rise of Islam cutting off trade routes. Today, its stone stelae and ruined palaces whisper of an empire that once ruled the Horn of Africa. 9. The Indus Valley Civilization, the first urban engineers in the dusty plains of modern-day Pakistan and India. Archaeologists like John Marshall and Mortimer Wheeler uncovered the cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, part of the Indus Valley Civilization, 3300–1300 BCE. These cities were astonishingly modern. They had grid-planned streets, indoor plumbing, and advanced drainage systems, a level of urban sophistication Europe wouldn't match for thousands of years. But the most baffling thing? We still cannot read their writing. Hundreds of tiny seals with mysterious pictograms remain undeciphered. Some researchers, like Asko Parpola, believe cracking this code could reveal their entire history. But for now, their rise and sudden collapse remain a puzzle. 8. The Hittite Empire, lost in plain sight for centuries. Scholars thought the Hittites were just a biblical myth. That is, until 1906, when German archaeologist Hugo Winkler excavated Hattusa in modern Turkey and discovered royal archives with over 10,000 clay tablets. The Hittites, 1600–1178 BCE, were masters of iron smelting and diplomacy, signing one of the world's first known peace treaties with Egypt after the Battle of Kadesh. Their disappearance is still debated. Many believe they fell victim to the mysterious Sea Peoples, a confederation of raiders that caused the late Bronze Age collapse. Without Winkler's discovery, we might still think they were just a legend. 7. The Ancestral Puebloans, architects of the American Southwest in the cliffs of Colorado's Mesa Verde and the canyons of Chaco Canyon. The Ancestral Puebloans, also called Anasazi, built astonishing cities between 600 and 1300 CE. They constructed massive multi-story stone complexes, some with hundreds of rooms, connected by roads stretching across the desert. Archaeologist Stephen Lexon argues they may have been part of a centralized state, rather than small independent villages. But by the late 13th century, they vanished from these sites. Drought, warfare, and social upheaval may have driven them away. Today, their descendants, the Hopi and Zuni, preserve pieces of this lost culture through oral tradition. 6. The Olmecs, the mother culture of Mesoamerica before the Maya. Before the Aztecs, there were the Olmecs, 1200–400 BCE, often called the mother culture of Mesoamerica. They left behind massive stone heads weighing up to 40 tons, their faces carved with such detail that some researchers, like Matthew Sterling, who first excavated them in the 1930s, speculated they might be portraits of rulers. The Olmecs developed the first Mesoamerican writing system and possibly even the concept of 0 centuries before it appeared elsewhere. Their influence is seen in later civilizations' art, mythology, and calendar systems. Yet we don't know their true name, their political structure, or why their great cities were abandoned. 5. The Nok Culture, West Africa's bronze masters, in Nigeria's Central Plateau, tin miners accidentally uncovered strange terracotta heads in the 1920s. These belonged to the Nok Culture, 1000 BCE, 300 CE, one of Africa's earliest complex societies. German archaeologist Bernhard Fagg helped piece together their history, revealing that the Nok people may have been among the first to smelt iron in sub-Saharan Africa. Their sculptures with intricate hairstyles and expressive faces are unlike anything else from the time. But almost everything about them remains a mystery. Their language, their cities, even their burial practices. The Nok disappeared, leaving behind haunting statues as their only voice. 4. The Göbekli Tepe builders, the first temple builders in southeastern Turkey. German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt made one of the most groundbreaking discoveries of the 20th century. Göbekli Tepe, dating back to around 9600 BCE, thousands of years before Stonehenge or the pyramids. This site features massive T-shaped stone pillars arranged in circles, many carved with animals and abstract symbols. What's baffling is that Göbekli Tepe was built by hunter-gatherers, not farmers. This discovery flipped archaeology on its head. Perhaps religion came first and farming followed. Why did its builders bury the entire site under tons of earth around 8000 BCE? Was it a sacred act or a desperate attempt to hide something? Just to 3. The Minoans, Europe's first great civilization, on the island of Crete. Archaeologist Sir Arthur Evans uncovered the Palace of Knossos in the early 1900s, revealing a civilization that flourished from 2700 to 1450 BCE. The Minoans had vibrant frescoes, advanced plumbing, and an economy based on seaborne trade. They wrote in Linear A, a script we still can't fully read. Some believe a volcanic eruption on nearby Thera, Santorini, triggered their downfall, possibly inspiring the myth of Atlantis. Their art and mythology, featuring the bull-headed Minotaur, continue to fascinate historians and storytellers alike. 2. The Cahokia Mound Builders, America's Forgotten. Situated in modern-day Illinois near St. Louis lies Cahokia, a pre-Columbian city that peaked around 1050–1350 CE. At its height, it had up to 20,000 residents, making it larger than London at the time. Archaeologist Timothy Pocketat has argued that Cahokia was a political and religious capital, with massive earthen pyramids, monks' mounds, and a woodhenge used for astronomical observations. And then, almost overnight, the city was abandoned. No one knows why. Warfare, climate change, disease? Cahokia shows that North America had urban centers long before Europeans arrived, yet few outside archaeology know its name. Part 1. The Antediluvian Civilization, the most mysterious of all, and finally, we come to the most controversial entry, the Antediluvian Civilization. Mentioned in myths from the Sumerian king list to Plato's dialogues about Atlantis, this supposed pre-flood civilization may have been humanity's first great culture. Researchers, like Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson, argue that evidence of this civilization lies beneath the ocean and in sites like Göbekli Tepe. They point to the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis, which suggests a comet strike around 12,800 years ago caused massive floods and wiped out an advanced culture. Mainstream archaeologists remain skeptical, but discoveries of submerged ruins off India's Gulf of Kampat and megaliths that predate agriculture keep the debate alive. If true, it would mean human civilization is far older and more advanced than we've ever imagined. Perhaps one day, when the oceans give up their secrets, we'll know if the stories of Atlantis and the civilizations before the flood were legends or memories. So, which of these lost civilizations do you think holds the biggest secret? Could the antediluvian world be the key to rewriting human history? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through forgotten empires, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we uncover more mysteries hidden in plain sight.